Class 12th, subject physics, first chapter rotational dynamics. From the chapter, let us see the vertical circular motion, that is, when a mass similar to that of a bob is tied to a string, and if it is revolved in vertical circle, then it will perform vertical circular motion. And therefore, let us consider a bob, that is very small heavy particle of mass m is connected to one end of the string, and the other end of the string is at point O. Therefore, this OB will represent the length of that string, that is equal to r, which is equal to radius of that circular path. And therefore, by the string of length equal to r, if that bob of mass m is tied, then when it is at position B, it will be the equilibrium position of that string. Now it will be revolved in the vertical circle along the circumference of this circle, having different positions like B, C, A as well as D. And now when this bob is revolved in vertical circle, at that time when it is at point A, that is at the uppermost point or topmost point, at that time it will be acted upon by the two forces mg and ta. Both will be directed towards the center of the circle O when it is at point A. At the same time, the velocity of that bob will be phi a. When that bob comes to position B, at that time the two forces acting on it, that is mg, will be directed in the downward direction, and tb, that is the tension in the string, which is directed towards point O, that is they are oppositely directed. Its velocity is vb. Now when this is at point C, at that time the weight of the bob is acting in the vertically downward direction, and tension in the string will be along the horizontal diameter of that circle, that is Tc, and velocity at this point will be equal to Vc. That means when that particle is performing vertical circular motion, it will be acted upon by two different forces, that is the weight of the bob acting in the vertically downward direction irrespective of the position, as well as the tension in the string, which is always directed towards the center of that circular path. Now if you consider any arbitrary point D here, for which weight of the bob is acting in the vertically downward direction and tension is also directed towards the center of that circle, and therefore in this point we will have to obtain the expression for velocity at A, B, C points, that is velocity of that bob at three different points A, B and C. Let us consider the first point, that is the uppermost position A. Now at this position A, the two vectors TA and mg, the two vectors TA and mg are directed in the same direction, therefore they will get added, and hence the addition of these two will provide necessary centripetal force for the circular motion, and therefore we can write mg plus ta equal to mva square upon r. This term will represent centripetal force and will be provided by sum of mg and ta. But for optimum or minimum speed of that bob, that is for minimum speed of the bob at position A, Ta will be equal to 0. That is tension in the string at this position A will become equal to 0, because when that bob is at position A, afterwards it will come down. So in order to come down towards the bottom, the string will become slack or loose, and hence tension in it will be considered as 0, and therefore we can write from the above equation mva square upon r must be equal to mg. M will get cancelled on both sides, therefore phi square will be equal to rg. Taking square root, we can write phi equal to root rg, and this is the optimum or minimum speed of that bob at the highest position or the uppermost position. Now consider second position, that is lowermost position or bottommost position B. So when that particle or the bob is at position B, mg is directed in the downward direction and tb is directed in the upward direction. Therefore, difference between these two will provide the centripetal force, and hence we can write for lowermost position B, Tb minus mg will be equal to m phi b square upon r. Now in this case, in order to obtain the expression for velocity at point B, we have to consider law of conservation of energy. And therefore, according to law of conservation of energy, we will get potential energy at point A must be equal to kinetic energy at point B minus kinetic energy at point A. So initially when that particle is, that bob is at point A, it will possess potential energy at a height equal to 2r. When it comes down, its velocity will go on increasing. At that time, the part of its potential energy will get converted into kinetic energy, and therefore that potential energy at point A must be equal to the difference between the kinetic energies of point B and of point A, and therefore potential energy at point A must be equal to kinetic energy at B minus kinetic energy at A. As that particle comes down, its velocity goes on increasing, and therefore kinetic energy at point B will be greater than kinetic energy at point A. And hence, by formula we can write mg into 2r. Potential energy is mgh, but for position A, h will be equal to 2r, and therefore mg into 2r equal to half m phi b square, that is kinetic energy at B, minus half m phi a square, that is kinetic energy at A. That will be equal to half m into phi b square minus phi a square, taking half m common, and therefore we can write 4rg must be equal to phi b square minus phi a square. As mg into 2r is here it is half m. This half m, out of this m will get cancelled. This 2 will be shifted towards left. Therefore 2 into 2 will get 4. So 4rg equal to Vb square minus Va square. Therefore Vb square will be equal to 4rg plus Va square. Vb square equal to 4rg plus Va square, and therefore Vb square equal to 4rg plus rg. Since here phi a equal to root rg, therefore phi a square will be equal to rg, and therefore as it is 4rg plus rg, we will get phi b square equal to 5rg, and therefore taking square root, phi b equal to square root of 5rg. So this is the value of velocity of that bob at position B. Now consider the third position, that is horizontal position C. So along the horizontal diameter of that circular path, again we have to use the law of conservation of energy. Now in this case, we have to consider points A and point C. So point A will be the topmost position, point C will be here along the horizontal diameter. By using law of conservation of energy, we can write potential energy at point A will be equal to kinetic energy at C minus kinetic energy at A, as per the second case, and therefore potential energy at A will be equal to mgh, but here the distance between points A and C will be equal to r, and therefore h is equal to r. Hence potential energy is mgr. That will be equal to half m phi c square, that is kinetic energy at point C, minus half m phi a square, that is kinetic energy at point A. So that gr will be equal to, neglecting m, we can write gr equal to half into phi c square minus phi a square, and therefore by shifting this 2 here left side, we will get 2rg equal to phi c square minus phi a square. Therefore phi c square equal to 2rg plus phi a square, and therefore phi c square equal to 2rg plus rg, because again phi a square equal to rg, and therefore we can write phi c square equal to 3rg, because it is 2rg plus rg, and therefore taking square root, phi c is equal to root of 3rg. So this is the speed of that bob at horizontal position C. Now let us consider the expression for tension difference. If TA, TB and TC represents the tensions at points A, B and C respectively, then we have to obtain the expression for tension difference, that is the difference of the tension, that is TB minus TA as well as TC minus TA. These two equations we will have to obtain, and for that purpose let us consider first one, that is as at points A and B. At points A and B, mg plus TA equal to m phi a square upon r, and TB minus mg equal to m phi b square upon r. So these relations already we know. Then by solving these equations, so from these two equations, after solving we will get TB minus TA equal to 6 mg, that is the tension difference between the 2 points B and A will be equal to 6 mg. Now that can be simplified by using these relations. So by considering these two equations for mg plus TA and TB minus mg, by considering these equations and taking their subtraction, we can write TB minus mg minus TA will be equal to m phi b square upon r minus m phi a square upon r. Now from this relation it is clear that this TB minus TA and minus 2 mg we will get, minus mg, that is minus 2 mg equal to m by r is taken common, phi b square minus phi a square, and therefore TB minus TA equal to shift this 2 mg towards right, therefore 2 mg plus m by r into phi b square minus phi a square, and therefore we can write 2 mg plus m by r into 5rg minus rg. So phi b square and phi a square will be replaced by 5rg minus rg, and therefore we can write 2 mg plus m by r into 4rg, that will be equal to 2 mg plus 4 mg, which will be nothing but 6 mg, so that TB minus TA will give us 6 mg. Similarly, as at points A and C, for points A and C, mg plus TA equal to m phi a square upon r and TC is equal to m phi c square upon r. Again taking subtraction of these two equations, we will get TC minus TA equal to 3 mg. Now it will be again simplified like this, taking subtraction of these two equations, that is for these two second case equations, we will get TC minus mg minus TA equal to m phi c square upon r minus m phi a square upon r. Therefore TC minus TA will be equal to mg plus m by r into phi c square minus phi a square. So that will be equal to mg plus m by r into 3rg minus rg. This will give you 2rg, and therefore mg plus m by r into 2rg will give us mg plus 2 mg, that will be equal to 3 mg, and therefore Tc minus Ta, that tension will be equal to 3 mg. So this will be about the vertical circular motion, the expressions for velocities as well as tension at different positions.